Hello folks! The 1.6 livestream has finished and these are the important details that we know about for the upcoming patch. There will be a bunch of new events that involves islands and exploration. Some of the minigames will involve a boat or skip that we will be using to sail the open seas. In addition to sailing and racing, we will need to gather items and fight enemies similar to the official event we got in the past. There will also be combat challenges and some of them involve a new enemy which is a puppet samurai. For doing all these events, we'll get plenty of Primogems, a new weapon, and most importantly, a free skin for Barbara. This is the first cosmetic skin we have for a character and we will most likely see many more in the future. Before I go into more details about the events, let's talk about the new character Kazuha. Kazuha is a one-handed sword user with an anemo vision. He is currently a fugitive from Inazuma, and a temporary member of Beto's fleet. His elemental skill is Chihaya Furu. This skill seems to be a mix of Shao and Sucrose. Kazuha will vacuum nearby enemies and float in the air, then he can plunge down for a strong anemo hit. He can hold the elemental skill for a bigger vacuum and a stronger hit, and this ability can swirl with another element to do extra damage. His elemental burst is a beautiful looking slash. It will hit enemies in this very large area and damage them several times. Like all anemo abilities, this one can be swirled with another element to be even stronger and even more gorgeous. We'll be getting Klee's rerun banner first, and then Kazuha's banner second. And each banner will last about 3 weeks. Now let's go over all the events. There's quite a lot of them in this patch. The Midsummer Island Adventure will be the flagship event for 1.6. In addition to Primogems and the regular rewards, we will also get blueprints for the Teapot, a new 4-star weapon that looks great on Klee, and most importantly, a new item that lets us pick a weapon blueprint. This is very good news for those of us with bad luck on the weekly bosses. I can finally refine my bow for Ganyu. Anyways, this event has 4 major parts. The first one is a naval battle with your skip. You will shoot cannons at the enemy structures as well as board their platforms to defeat them. The second part is a racing event. It's similar to the gliding challenges from the past. You will not just be sailing and collecting orbs, you will also be ejecting from your skip to gather coins. The third part is a fight against the new enemy Magu Kenki. This is a samurai automaton that's being controlled by an unknown source. Notice the puppet strings it's attached to. This will be a good time to learn how to fight him since he will appear again in later events. And the fourth part for this flagship event is bombing enemies. We'll need to defeat a bunch of enemies, but in addition to our normal skills, we will have bombs to throw at them. The next event is Echoing Tales. This is a collecting event where we will need to find a bunch of echoing conchs. I think this is very similar to the meteorite event in the past. In that one, we need to go around Mondstadt collecting meteorite fragments. The special reward for Echoing Tales is the new Barbara skin. This summer outfit looks very cute, and this starts the potential for more character skins in the future. In addition to Barbara, her sister Jean will also have a summer outfit. However, this one will not be free from an event. You will need to purchase this from the in-game shop. This outfit will be discounted in version 1.6. I hope it doesn't cost too much. The next event is called Kaboom Ball Combat. No, you will not be defeating enemies with fatalities. Instead, you'll be playing a tennis-like minigame. This one looks pretty simple. Just return the balls back to the statue to gain points. This minigame can support 2 players so you can play in co-op with a friend. The next event is Never Ending Battle. This one will also be very similar to the combat portions of Official's event. You'll need to defeat enemies as well as completing a side objective. However, I don't know if this one will have co-op since I don't see the matching option at the bottom. And the last event is Legend of the Vagabond Sword. I told you there's a lot of events this time around. This one will have 7 combat domains that we can customize. There will be a bunch of modifiers to pick from in order to increase our score. We will be fighting the Oceanid, the Primogems, and the new Wandering Warrior. I'm pretty sure we'll fight each of them twice, and on the last day, we'll fight all 3 of them back to back. They also mentioned some system optimizations and new features for the Serena Teapot. The first optimization is when you use your Adventurer's Handbook to track enemies. Currently, if you defeat the enemy, you'll need to open your handbook again and track the next one. In 1.6, it will automatically navigate you towards the next enemy of that type. The second optimization is what I'm really happy about. They'll be adding shortcuts to go to your friends menu and more importantly, your party menu. Now I can switch my party members a lot faster. And the third optimization is enemy details on the domain screen. Soon, you will be able to find out what enemies will appear in each domain before you enter it. That way, if it's your first time, you can prepare with a proper team. And the last addition that was talked about is adding characters to the Serenity Teapot. You can place up to 8 characters in the Teapot and they will gain companion EXP. I know most of you have been neglecting some of the characters, so this will be a good chance to increase their friendship. Each character will also have a favorite furnishing set. If you place down that set and the character, they will give you 20 Primogems and some items as a reward. This is more incentive to craft more furnishing and build up your Serenity Teapot. And lastly, they showed us some concept art for Inazuma while having a Chibi Ayaka talk to us. And those are the stuff we can look forward to in version 1.6. As always, thanks for watching and have fun out there, traveler. For the rest of the video, I will let Ayaka talk about Inazuma.
Next, we have Seirai Island. It is said that this island was once subject to a terrible disaster. The center of the island was enveloped by a perpetual thunderstorm, which formed the island's unique geography and landscape you see now. And this is Tsurumi Island, a mysterious island that has been shrouded by a dense fog. It has been many years since anyone has dared to venture to this island. Inazuma is home to many majestic sights to see, many of which are hidden away in more secluded locations. Take this huge tree growing among the mountains, for example. Though its trunk has been completely hollowed out, peculiar leaves shaped like bird feathers still grow from its lofty branches. And here we have one of Inazuma's more gloomy areas, where the plants take a seemingly unnatural form, almost as if sealing away some twisted thing. And finally, our last stop is Inazuma's largest shrine, the Grand Narukami Shrine. The Grand Narukami Shrine sits atop Mount Yogo on Narukami Island, overlooking lush and vibrant blossoms of thunder sakura, just as the Shogun's everlasting rain looks upon us. So, travelers, have any of the islands piqued your interest? Though this was a most hasty introduction, I assure you that you will be able to enjoy these sights at your own leisure once you have arrived. If only there could be someone capable of turning the state of affairs in Inazuma. How improper of me. Travelers, I shall be awaiting the day we can meet face to face in Inazuma City with great anticipation.